Hello, folks. How you doing? Oh, I've got the fan on nearly full blast today, so sorry if you can hear it, but it's a necessity. I also have my ice water. Oh, rest in power. Yeah, Sam Neill died. That was a sad surprise today, wasn't it? Mitch McConnell still lives well. They released a picture of him sitting in a bed. Yeah, I like Sam Neill. Yeah, he was always fun to see in something, wasn't he? He was in Jurassic Park and in arguably one of the most important shots in cinema history with the big old brontosaurus. Yes. Possession. I've never seen Possession. He really did sell the fuck out of it. See, that's what I have a whole thing. I've probably ranted about it on stream a lot before, right? But what makes that work, that scene, is not the big CGI dinosaur. It is the people looking in awe at the big CGI dinosaur. That's the important thing. It's that they're amazed to see it, and that sells it to the audience. Because you believe that they believe it. Yeah. Doesn't work without that. Also, the score goes some way to helping as well, but yeah. Oh yeah. How he takes his glasses off is excellent. He fumbles them. It's difficult to do that sort of thing naturally, like in a natural way. The T-Rex scene terrified me as a kid. Oh, it's an excellent movie. It's very good. I like it, even though I have a minor gripe with its portrayal of dinosaurs as like sort of evil killers who will murder you for fun. But it's a monster movie, really, isn't it? And turns Laura down. Oh, she's great in that scene as well. Yeah. This is true. I don't know that they weren't evil. I'm just going off current animals. Like, although, then again, some animals, some chimps, and some, like killer whales, they sometimes do kill for fun, don't they? So maybe raptors were like that as well. I remember one scene from one of the sequels where a raptor breaks a guy's neck and then runs away, which is really funny. It's like they're just murdering at that point though. Like they're just killing. How do I get in here? I need to delete this public note. I sometimes type useless public notes in. Hippos are evil. I feel like hippos are just really territorial. And I feel like people think that hippos are nicer than they are because they're friendly coded. They're friendly shaped. They're shaped like circles instead of pointy. So people think they're just like cows or something and they go close to them. Piss them off. Ooh. This is also true of bears. Well, bears look like teddy bears, don't they? Which is bad. Bears should stop doing that. This is the bus I'm working on here. It's got stuff along the sides and also hanging from the ceilings, and it's got space enough for for a car to drive along it as well. That's pretty cool, eh? Let's work on this crap today. Hippos are fast. Yeah, I think people see them as like sleepy and friendly when really they're like actually rather aggressive and fast. What are we out of here? I hate this little bit. I've just rigged up 2 machines that I'm feeding by hand here. And this is just awful. It's because I don't have radio control units or turbo motors hooked up, but you need them for building all these machines. So I have a box here and another box here, so we're good for a while. I'll let these run out of materials now actually, and then I'll delete them when they're gone. Why are the conveyor belts white now? This is the highest level of belt, and they stop using belts entirely, and it's just like a force field that just transports items along it. Rocker, I don't think we have to read into that. I also have some of these little factory carts for zipping around in. Sam Neill was my childhood hero. That's a good childhood hero to have. Because he seemed like a nice guy. For like a famous actor, you know, he seemed like he liked hanging out with his pigs on his farm, you know, instead of doing various horrible sex crimes. Making him somewhat of an oddity in Hollywood. So is the drone airport dead? No, no, no. It's just not being utilized right now. This is the drone airport. It's going to feed onto the belt. You see? It's just not being utilized right now. This is what is going to feed this. All this stuff. Let's start setting that up, actually. Theodeem. Theodeem. Thank you very much for the sub. Very appreciated, thank you. Alright. To get in here underneath, don't I? So we'll leave that going where it's going. For now, because it's useful to have it going there. But we'll also, I need to have a look at how I'm going to get stuff on here. I think we'll use these 2 lines here to put stuff on. Do that with floor holes. I can actually put it right in the middle. That'll give us a little more space. And we can feed on and off from here. So this will be a merger. That annoyingly. Oh, hang on. We can put it next to this, and then we can lock it and page it up and on. Like that. And then hopefully that works. If it doesn't, then, you know what? It's not going to. Let's just rebuild the belt. I can already tell. Let me lock it like that. There we are. What 2026 movies have you watched so far? Me and Ashley watched Obsession. It's going to be a problem, isn't it? You know what? Not usually, but yes, here. Okay, we go down the right side here. What else came out this year? And we'll put it on to this side here.
Been hearing a lot about spiders lately and nothing about Pig Dog.
Yeah.
It's making me concerned about Pig Dog's well-being.
Listen, Pig Dog, I only ever see when a particular family member who owns Pig Dog goes on holiday and they need someone to mind Pig Dog. Right? Thank you, Freezing Star, for the sub, by the way. So, Pig Dog is only an occasional visitor to the house. However, the spiders are here all the time. That's why you get more spider news. Toy Story. You know what? I have never liked the Toy Story movie. They always creep me out. Always. I've never liked the concept. As a kid, Toy Story 1 made me feel sick. I hate it. It's never meant anything to me. There we go. I feel like that's not a popular opinion. You know what? Okay, we need motors going down that way. However, we can't just do this willy-nilly, can we? Let's do it properly. It's the concept of it. Right, we feed out there. Now we could just do like a bunch of belts all coming down to the end, going off and under and on, which I actually think I might do. Or we could run them underneath to keep them out the way. It's just, is that gonna... We could run them underneath and too low, you know? Or we could put them on a belt down the middle and then feed them on here. Of toys that come alive when you're not watching. I hate it. It's creepy. I don't want it to be true. I don't know what it was. It's just something about it just makes me sick. What is it? Can we make this leftist somehow? Shall we say it's commercialism? Like, not at all, but... Surveillance state. Ooh, that's good. Maybe I feel like part of it is I don't like how the toys are sort of desperate for attention and feel slighted when they're not played with as well. Not really a fan of that. Yeah, see, look, that doesn't work. But if we rebuild the belt, then it will. There we are. This now it's on. And there we go. We have motors on a bus. Yeah, also, I wouldn't have picked up on the commercial aspect as a kid, I don't think. You know, it's like, they want to sell actual products of these actual toys. Like, I wouldn't have got that. I don't know. Maybe there doesn't have to be a special reason. But I don't like the Toy Story movies. I mean, it feels strange to me. Like, I remember Jeff Gerstmann saying that he never liked Jurassic Park, even as a kid. Like, he went to see Jurassic Park in the theater as a child, and then came out and said, I didn't really like it. Now, that's mad to me. I can't understand that. I'm sure that me not liking Toy Story comes across the same way. Just say it scares you. You don't like to imagine having... Yeah. I feel that could be part of it. Like, I don't want to... Did anyone feel that? Was it like, they didn't like Toy Story because they didn't like the idea that the toys they had as a child would dislike being thrown away or not played with anymore? Huge Wayne Knight fan. What's this? Computers. Look at that. You know, a computer and a motor just hanging off the edge there. See, actually, that is interesting thinking about it, because one of my strongest childhood memories, right, is me being very, very, very small. I'm gonna get ahead of the 28 years old here, right? Okay. I was young. I was like, I must have been 3, some around there, right? And I was shoe shopping with my mum. She bought me a new pair of shoes, and she was like, "Oh, you don't need this old pair of shoes now." And because I was wearing the new shoes, she just threw the old shoes into a bin. And I remember having like a meltdown about it. I cried and was like, "No, my shoes, you need to take them back out." And I made my poor old mum dig around in a bin to get some old ratty trainers out, because I was so upset about it. And I did for a long time have a thing about throwing things away. It's a good job I got over it, otherwise I'd be like a hoarder. But I used to see like emotions in things like that I owned and figured that they would be like upset to be sort of thrown out. Maybe that's it. I just don't like to imagine. Never got a chance to say goodbye. It felt like that, literally. I felt really bad. It was like, it stuck with me for a long time. Actually. In my life. Like feeling like, no, I can't throw that out. It'll be sad. Even though it's a shoe. He'll throw old photo albums away on a whim. Oh my god. I was a very sentimental child. I still am in a sense. I get really sad if, like, you know, someone's bought me a mug and then the mug, like, handle breaks or something like that. I get really depressed. I'm like, oh no. That's so sad. Supercomputers. We have them. A suggestion of having a funeral the drowned RCM vehicle. I don't remember that, but I like it. I understand the impulse. These drones definitely make a little weird popping sound, don't they? What's in here? Heavy modular frames. Is this being used? It ain't. Is this being used? It ain't. But we have a lot more stuff on the network. We just haven't hooked up. I'm teetering on the edge of becoming a hoarder. Oh no. Don't do that. I've got way better with it as time goes on. But for a while there, I was definitely in a no, I can't throw away this newspaper sort of future. That would not have been good. Oh, that's a nice quote there. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with being a bit sentimental about things. Ashley watches a YouTube channel of someone who goes and cleans hoarders' houses, though, and there's definitely, you can go too far with it. 100%. I've only... I have watched a few videos on that channel, but I've mainly seen Ashley watching them. And it seems like nearly every time I see Ashley watching that channel, the woman on it is saying... Now, I have a policy of asking people to declare if there's going to be any sharp needles in the property, because being pricked by a needle can make you seriously injured or unwell. And now, they said that there weren't any needles here, but I have found many. it seems like that happens everywhere she goes. I guess if you're a sort of hoarder like that, or you're, you know, you have mental illnesses and so on, you don't always remember the exact, like exactly what's in your giant piles of rubbish, you know. There we go. Look, that's the start of the bus now. How beautiful. Isn't it perfect? And then we can do 3 more things on this side. And then 7 other things there, which is 10 more things. And we do have space for more buses and stuff in here, and we have the below floor also. Look at that. Break in the belt. She needs to know if there's human waste there. Yeah. Like, you need specific protective equipment, don't you, depending on what's there. I mean, I don't want to tell the woman her job or anything, but after the second time I was lied to, I would just bring everything to every job, I think. I would be like, okay, clearly people are not going to tell me the truth. So, so I need to just bring the heavy duty equipment all the time. Can we hook up electrics on the outside of this so it doesn't look quite so terrible? There we go, we can do that, yeah. Let's run electrics along the outside. If we go, like, right here. And we can break this. Sorry, drones, give me a second. I'll hook up your juice again in a minute. That, and then there. There we are. We can get rid of that. And right here, like this. And then this is going to be another airport if it's needed. And then past here is where we're going to build some stuff. A hoarder with OCD and germophobia. Oh my god, she must have been busy. That's amazing. Alright, let's see. You're hooked up. Let's build you a drone. And let's... what can we put on this? Let's have a little look. We can tell it to bring anything. Let's search. Pick up. So I could tell it to go get sound fluctuators. Smart plating supercomputers. I could tell it to go get trigons. Or automated wiring. I guess all this stuff is project parts, right? And I don't think I'm there yet. Am I? We've already picked that up. So I think I'm happy there. Okay. What does this need? Aluminum casings and heavy modular frames. Let's have a look at how getting off the belt will work. Let's just extend it along to here. Modular frames are on top. Damn. I really fucked myself over with all this copper, didn't I? It's just in the way of everything. Oh, we also need motors to go through this hole. Well, we can do that now, can't we? I'm gonna remember to rebuild all this when I'm done. There we are. Okay, so that's already hooked up okay. Look at that. I think one is too high and the other one's too low. Oh, you know what? We could do that control click maybe, couldn't we? Right, let's lock it. Control page up. Oh, well, look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Just delete that. Oh, perfect. He's a genius. Is this a VR game? Oh my god. I wouldn't advise it. I will say. Definitely wouldn't advise it. Okay, I don't know where this is going, but it's along this exact line. Let's go up and reposition it. Okay, so it's like there, but like two back. One back will do. Probably. Let me do a split up. I like how much of a ball ache all this is. Seems like Stardew Valley for high achievers. Oh, I mean, you should see what some people can do with Stardew Valley. Make this look like child's play. That's worrisome, isn't it? Because what I was expecting to see there was 100 motors shoot across. And instead of that, I didn't see that. Means my motor's not going down. I did use a smart splitter. You're correct. Thank you very much for that. There we are. Whatever, just set it to any. That works, doesn't it? It's the first smart splitter I've ever used. Thank you, no reply, for noticing that. I'm getting old. No, I'm not getting old. It's just hot as fuck. And my brain is melted and doesn't work. Now, I have a little confession to make. I only have one thing making aluminum casings, because I don't have enough bauxite from just this one bauxite patch. So I would have to...
Hello there.
Night Sky, thank you very much for the sub. Very appreciated, thank you. I would have to set up more bauxite in order to get more aluminum casings, like enough for the belt. So I put a summer sloop in here, so that I wouldn't run out. And I feel bad about that. I used the cheat. Okay. That's motors. Look at this. What a lovely wavy belt under that. Now this needs aluminum casings coming from over there, and it needs heavy modular frames coming from with anyone like spider facts. A little spider update. Let's go right in the middle of this one. So then it'll be easier with the conveyance. I saved a spider's life the other day. Oh! Do tell. That makes it sound like you rescued it from a burning building or something. Which I don't know, maybe you did. I shouldn't prejudge. Alright, let's go one higher then. Lead neck. I really regret running that copper down. That's gonna be it, actually, isn't it? Like that. It was in my toilet and I used a bit of toilet paper to extricate it. Ah! Well done. dozens and dozens of surviving adult wolf spiders in my house now. I've been getting them with a hefty book. Oh god! That book must be in terrible shape. What a mess. Regardless, it's the middle of this one. Which is absolutely incredible. It's directly on a fucking break there. Okay, we do a bendy one. It's allowed. Conveyor splitter, not a smart splitter. Releasing thousands of blue bottles into your house to avenge the spiders. You know, I bought some flies on the internet, but then they were too big for the spiders. They'll be too large until the spider's like fully adult sized. But you know, I didn't want to keep flies in the house for what could be months, so I just let them go outside. I just ordered flies from the internet, and they just went through the post and then were just released in a completely different area of the country. It's just a really strange experience for the spiders. They came out like, where are we? See, that's no good, is it? That'll do, however, I think. Yeah, look at that. It's perfect. You worried they won't be equipped to survive in the wild? I'm sure they'll be fine. Dead in the middle there, like that, and then like that. This would be so much easier if this copper went here. Lovely. Oh, it's all coming together. You can buy kilos of fruit fly eggs. Oh god, I bet you can. I have some fruit flies downstairs, because the spiders still munch fruit flies as a little snack. I am starting to know which fruit flies are which size, and which ones are easier to handle and which ones. We have ones that are too small, right? They're too small and they don't trigger the spider's hunting instinct, so they're really annoying. And also, they're a bastard to corral. They're so irritating. The little ones, I hate them. But the bigger ones are much easier to corral because they hop on it. What you do is you put I have like a pair of like grabbers that I just put close to the fruit fly, and it will just wander onto it, and then you maneuver it towards the spider's cage, and if you aim it upwards, it will walk up towards the light, so it just walks up and in and onto like a piece of foliage in the spider's cage. They're really easy to transport. I've got really good at it. And then they're handy then, because they walk up towards light, and jumping spiders like to hang out on the ceiling of the cage, so the flies just walk straight towards them, and they have zero survival instincts like whatsoever. They just like go for a stroll and walk right into the like main predator. Alright. Let's get this over there somehow. And then this is all this is going to do. I need... Let's run this right along the top. But yes, spider number 1. Doing good. Not much news about spider number 1. Just hanging out. It seems a little skittish lately, actually. I saw it tapping. It was tapping like it was trying to communicate with another spider, and I couldn't figure out why it was doing that. It's something they do in, like, courtship rituals, but it was doing it to nothing in particular. I thought that maybe it could hear or feel the vibration of the crickets in their box. So I actually moved the crickets further away. Wow, getting this through here is going to be a fucking nightmare, isn't it? And it's going along to... like right here. Along with this one. It was doing it, it wasn't aware of me there. It was just tapping sort of randomly. I was watching from afar. I was like, that's strange. I wonder what it's doing. But we got a box of crickets, right? And they've accidentally included a cricket in the box, right? They're all the normal size that we're accustomed to. And then there is one fuck-off giant one that I'm calling the king cricket. And it's absolutely enormous. And you can hear that one from across the fucking house when it moves around. Like, this one is huge. Like, the spiders are never getting that one. Like, that could fucking fight all 3 spiders by itself. Now, I don't actually think I can fit that through here. We could run it underneath. You got your first cricket pet. Oh no, it's way bigger than all the spiders. It could fight me, that thing. We could also run it on the outside. We have like a gauntlet, isn't it? Alright, let's run it straight through and then just run it along here, under the bridge. At this level. Yes. You're not overlapping with anything, you liar. Yep. I will fix this. Please don't worry. We can't have that happening, can we? There we go. Could it fight Pig Dog? I think the Pig Dog would be scared of it, to be fair. But yeah, it started jumping around in the little cricket container, and Ashley thought it was raining outside. The thing was so loud. She was like, ooh, rain. It's like, oh, that's nice, it's raining. The heat wave must have broke. It hasn't. It hasn't at all. It just... It was the cricket. A massive bastard one. You're not dead, are you? Here. And then... No, it's at the very top. It'll take me 3 goes to get this. Oh, make that 4. Wrong again. There we go. It's me admitting defeat and utilizing the outside. Right in the middle of this one. When you hear thunder, I usually think, there we go, that's it. We don't want it to be like that, do we? So we'll just go like this, and then... There we are. Just a nice little... The steepness of that curve upsets me, I will admit. There we go, that's better. Beautiful, beautiful. So this should come on now. There we go. Wonderful. Let's see if we can delete these over here. Oh, I also I built this, and then I made a few blueprints. I have a... This is a smelter that fills a full 1200 belt of iron or copper. Pretty cool, eh? Not too bad. I built 10 constructors. 20 constructors. I thought I built even more constructors than that, but you know, that's pretty good, eh? What else have I built? Nothing. It's my old assembler build. It's pretty good, but it needs the belts upgraded. Yeah, I built a smaller smelter that just does 600. Blue octopus. The magnificent tiny blue octopus. I did not see that. What happened to the octopus? I'm in a constant state of saying, what did we run out of here? And then fixing the rest, but that ends now. All of this stuff just is going. Putting it all in the bin. With the exception of the 2 things that I'm not making. So that would be pointless. This is a box full of stuff. That is not. Actually, time crystals are on. And so are these. This is a box full of stuff that I'm not currently making, but have. So I'll just keep hold of that. Everything else here can go. Go away. Get out. All of you. I don't want to see you anymore. Not making them, but so. Oh, I've got radio control units on me. Look at that. Sorry about Lindsey Graham. I know. You know what? Sam Neill and Lindsey Graham. It's just not fair, is it? And they come in threes as well, they say, don't they? So we're gonna lose another hero soon, I'm sure. Get out all this crap. Okay, I'm happy with that. That's just a box of rubbish. Actually, let's make that into like a small box. So I'm embarrassed about my huge box. There we are. This is just various things that we're not actually making automatically yet. And that's construction turbo motors and radio control units for us. There we go. You seem excited enough about this octopus that I'll watch it. Oh, look at it. It's a new species. They're always finding weird stuff in the sea, aren't they? Palm-sized blue octopus. See, I don't believe any of this shit anymore. What's this from? Scientific American. Okay, that's probably real. Anything now, if you see something cute, you're like, it's fake. It's bullshit. I don't believe it. Alright. What I'll do is, any project parts. What if we put project parts on top? Yeah, let's do that. Why not? I can start bringing in project parts. It's allowed. The thing is, the first 4 here are really easy, and then I have another 4 past that. Where am I going to put all that stuff? I'll have to be brought in a different way, won't it? Or like one up on the belts and then in fed through the middle to the other side. Yeah, that'll work. Whatever. This first one, however, is like like this, annoyingly. Which we can't do. Yeah. Neil the Seal is fake. Everything's fake. It's all fake. There was an AI generated Tumblr post getting passed around. Yeah, I really didn't think ahead here. I was like, yeah, I'll just feed it down this side. But when it's reversed, of course, these are in. That's in the way of the first one here. So we have to do like a little wiggle around it. Which I'm not sorry about. There we go. It's just a little wiggle in the line there. So, if I'm correct, and I never have been before, right in the center of this one. Is that even in the center of this one? It is. And then online with this. And then we'll put these down the middle here. Oh, by the way, I watched through the Patreon cut of the video with Ashley yesterday. And I was like, okay, is this what I'm going to be uploading? And it's not quite. Because I guess this is why she tweeted about Cicero. Oh, did she? I haven't seen that. Let me see. When Cicero is mentioned in any context, I'm thinking of the freaked out Jester from Skyrim. She told me when she was watching it that she didn't. That before she knew that there was a real like historical figure called Cicero, she thought that when people were quoting Cicero, they were quoting the Elder Scrolls character called Cicero. She was like, why do people keep quoting the weird jester from Skyrim? Alright, we'll make this automated wiring. So, automated wiring. Go. And then pick up this part. And here we go. But yes, I talk about Cicero in that video, and that is why we spoke about that. Yeah, there were 3 things I wanted to change. Unfortunately. So I didn't put it out yesterday. I was like, I need to re-record one bit, I need to cut one little bit, and then I noticed I made a mistake, which I needed to fix, even though it's a very minor mistake. I show a video of Matt Goodwin pulling out a printout of a ChatGPT response in a video, and then later I say, when Matt Goodwin pulled out his phone to read out what ChatGPT said, but he didn't read it off his phone. I just misremembered. He actually was worse than that. He printed out what it said and pulled that out to say it. So he's even like lower tech than. I just misremembered. So I've re-recorded that to say when he read out ChatGPT's response instead of when he pulled out his phone to get ChatGPT's response, because that is inaccurate. It doesn't matter. It's not like an error that matters at all. But I just like to be accurate. What can I say? I feel like a fucking... I feel silly caring. Enough to fix that when he like has written a whole book filled with shite, which is probably going to make him a lot more money than my video makes me. and probably took me a lot longer to write than he wrote his book as well. Heading off hundreds of comments early. See, that is the thing. People would have said, actually, it wasn't his phone. He read it off a piece of paper. But that is worth delaying the video a day for me. There we go. We got automated wiring in. See, when I made my first giant belt, I did it wrong. I put every item in the game on a giant belt like this, which is silly, right? This is just complex parts. It's complex parts. They've got their own little factories, and they send them to here via a drone. That's the theory behind this factory. Oh my god, that goes all the way down there. We're not going to have space for this, are we? Yeah, I'm going to need to do some changing here. That's alright though, it's not that difficult to do a little switcheroo here. See if we just spread them out like this. Enough way more space. Is H-Bomb okay? He's been posting updates on his Patreon page. I got it right. Yeah, let's think about this more. We can afford these to be closer together, can't we? Like these... They're actually... They look well proportioned. Then again, we could feed them down other belts. Yeah, okay. Let's keep them that far apart for now. Listen, I said it right. You don't get to make fun of me for saying it wrong, even though I said it right. Are they positive updates? I think he was having some trouble with his hands. Wasn't he? Which sucks. I feel lucky. I've never had any trouble with that. Repetitive strain injuries. What on earth are you doing? Yeah. It's not from working too hard, though. It was excessive masturbation, I believe. That is 100% not true, what I just said. Please don't repeat that as if it's true. My dad's got that. See, H-Bomb's young for that. My dad has arthritis in his hands, and it sucks. Yeah, I really want to change this. So we have space for more. Yep, I'm doing it. Even though it's bullshit, and it's going to take the next half hour of the stream. Well, everyone's just going to have to deal, unfortunately. And it means that all these are going to have to be deleted, and then I'm going to have to empty these belts. Just realize, like, oh, everything I've just built, I need to redo. I could never play this game. Would that destroy you to be like, I'm not happy with that. Let's redo it. Is what the worst bit. I need to clear the belts now. I'll try and keep the same thing going down the same side. Yeah, lovely. I like the grab animation. It's like grab, 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 grab. Oh, it's not about notice. It's just I've fed everything down really poorly here. So what I want to do is give them I don't have enough space to actually filter everything down. So what I'm doing is having it spread out, filtering it down thin, and then it spreads out at the end like that. So this will come down like this, and then we'll start. How have I done it on this end? Just one from the end there. That works. I like how this doesn't make sense anymore, so we'll get rid of that. Have you given a new guess for the video preview? Later tonight. Yeah. I was talking before about it. I watched it through with Ashley yesterday. And there were a few points I weren't happy with. There's one bit that I've just cut because I was like, I'm not happy with that. But obviously, if that just goes missing, then I need to rewrite the bit before it and after it to link together without it. So I've done that, and I've recorded that, and I've edited the audio. I just need to slot it in. And then I made one mistake, which I've edited out. I re-recorded the bit without the mistake in, and edited that. And what was the other bit I fixed? There was something or other. There were 3 bits. I can't even remember what the other bit was. But whatever. I've done that. It's not 15 minutes long. The bit I cut was about 20 seconds. It's still 2 hours long, and that's without the outro on. I was like, oh shit, yeah, this book's actually incredible. I've messed up. Alright, where were motors? Motors are on the bottom. Right here. It's so hard to get conveyor lift holes. There we go. So it's right along this white line on the bottom here. Right there. Nope. Don't you lie to me. There we go. I like that random bang that happens every so often. And then we put a splitter in here. Lock it in place. Jump it up to. Delete the belt. Realize that we made a splitter instead of a merger. Lock that in place and hop it up to. That to that. And then this to here. And we should see lovely motors going down there again. Okay. It's one done. What was the other bit? You know, it's winding me up now that I can't remember, because I did it before the stream. Let's see. That's the bit I cut and had to restitch together. Oh, yes. Okay, this is funny, this one. So, I quoted someone who I put in my notes just an x.com user who had fed ChatGPT an audio file of just fart sound effects, right? And I read out ChatGPT's response as like part of here's why you can't ever trust its artistic opinion of anything, right? Because it praises fart sound effects. But I said that was just an x.com user, but it was actually Jonas Chaker, who is a YouTuber, I believe. Yeah, so I've changed that bit so I say their name instead of just an x.com user, because I felt like it would be insulting if it was another YouTuber, right? Who I didn't use the name of. Yeah, that was the other bit I changed. Yeah, I was like, oh shit, I didn't even realize who it was, you know? Yeah, it's a philosophy YouTuber, right? So I felt, yeah, like that, that'll come across as really dismissive if I don't use their name. So yeah, I had to pop that in. Whee! I also the one late fix was it was not really a fix. I talk about the French Huguenots coming over here, as Stuart Lee says, but I didn't know. I wrote a whole bit about that, but I didn't know that is where the surname Farage came into the country. It's interesting, eh? My sister didn't know you did YouTube. She thought your job was games. Well, you know, I make videos so long that it's you know, they don't come out very often. I've been thinking about that, about how I can make short form content. It's so hard for me to write like that. I'm so bad at it. But I want to. TikTok time. I have a lot of ideas for like, oh, I'll make that as a short little Patreon video. That'd be good. And then I start working on it, and it's like, no, I've got too much to say about this. And then it just becomes a real video. And I need to kill that impulse somehow. Oh shit, I just fed computers down it without thinking about it. But that is in fact where, yes, that's computers. Okay, the next one is supercomputers. This should work out okay. Ashley said this one is very funny as well. And she laughed several times. Not even out of politeness, I don't think. Computers? Yes. Oh. Do you hide an object in your foreskin in this one? I do, but I never make reference to it. You'll have to guess. One of my recording sessions. Actually, there's an annoying thing with the audio in this one, which audio nerds will notice, right? This one took like 7 different recording sessions, and in one of them, I was either too close to the microphone or the microphone was at the wrong angle, and so the P's pop. And it's annoying. And I fixed most of them. There were some really bad ones where it literally sounded like every single time I said P. And it was annoying. And I re-recorded a bunch of those in fixing. However, there's still a couple that are a bit poppy that I can't be asked to fix. But you'll notice that the audio goes a little bit worse midway through. Ow, sorry. Saying that, most people won't notice, but some people will notice, and for audio freaks, I'm sorry. The audio is a little bad in the mid section. I also sound a bit breathy and out of breath in this one, but it's just, you know, I'm recording audio in a heat wave here. It's horrible. I have to have the fan on low and the door shut and stuff. Oh, it's hell. Next up is the heavy modular frames. I do have a pop filter. It's just, see, I think if my mic's in the right position, I'm talking into the pop filter. But if it's a bit too low, I am aiming over the top of it. I think I just had the mic wrong. I think I had it in the wrong position. Which is a fuck of a thing to notice after you've recorded like 45 minutes of audio. think about fixing the belt after realizing that's in the wrong position. Imagine being like, I've just done an hour of audio and realized it sucks and I need to do it again. Oh my god. Fixing the heat wave. Honestly, every time I go to record audio, it's some other fucking thing. Remember when I had COVID and I was like, I was done with the video script and I was like, I just need to not have COVID so I can talk. I can't talk. It was so frustrating. It's like I felt fine. It's just speaking made me have a coughing fit. I went and like begged the doctor for antibiotics eventually. I was just like, look, I'm sick. I am like not improving. I like got better up to a point and then stopped getting better. And I talk for my job and it's killing me. Just like, please. Give me the ivermectin. I actually did use a text-to-speech voice for the outro for an old video, didn't I? Because I had a really bad sore throat and couldn't talk. There we are. That's that side done. And also automated wiring done. Let's get something else in here. Right, the second one along, we can have it do... Oh, no power. Why not? That's strange. I accidentally deleted that somehow. Let's make this one smart plating. So we'll call it smart plating. There you go. I usually put a little hyphen in, don't I? I do not do that all the time. Smart. Hang on, what? Shit, I just renamed this smart plating pickup. It's not, it's the drop. So now I don't know, where is my smart plating again? It will have renamed that one. God, Diamond. There we go, smart plating pickup.
Hello there.
It's all the work of me, the MI5 agent tasked with mildly inconveniencing you. The children playing outside are also my doing.
Oh, thank you, Aerofrome, for the sub there. Sorry, my brain just froze completely with this. Okay, there we go. And this one. Good. Oh, and then we need to give it a drone, so it actually does its job. Oh! Thank you very much. Yeah, I put a hyphen in, how I didn't on the other end. Thank you, Aeroframe. Here it goes. We can do the next one as well, why not? That's wiring. But I've got the framework pickup. I have no idea why I didn't use the framework. Why I didn't. Versatile frameworks, they're called, right? Let's link them together. What is that bang noise? You know what? I think, for some reason, that started happening after I muted this thing. I bet it's an audio issue caused by this connecting to power. That's what I think it is. Oh, I've got something to worry about, folks. Maybe you can help me with it. Someone a while back sent me a really cool little BRB screen. It was like a little animated version of my background that I was going to use as a BRB screen on stream. And then I forgot about that. I got wrapped up in my video work and but I think didn't I say I was going to pay them? Did I? I feel really bad. I was like, didn't I say I was going to pay someone? I haven't actually used the work yet because I forgot about it. But it was really cool. And I was going to set it up as a BRB scene. And then I forgot. And then I talked about saying I was going to pay them, right? But I can't remember if I did. Right? So, who was it? And did I ever pay them? Because if I didn't, I will, and then I'll set that scene up. Is it someone who turns up to stream? Because that would be handy. Maybe they don't know. Maybe they're like, that fucker never paid me. And he never used the thing I sent him. Ugh. Well, I'll leave you to chew on that for a second. I'm just going to run and get myself some more water because I've run out. It'd be nice if I had a BRB scene here, wouldn't it? But I don't. So I'm just going to have to do this. BRB. Hello, folks. I'm back. I'm eating a piece of bread. But yes, if you are that person who made the BRB scene, I'll find it in my emails. But yeah, send me a message. I feel bad about that. I will set that up and sort it out. Oh. You know why I remembered that? It's because when I sat down to watch the video with Ashley, I was thinking, haven't I seen this scene animated somewhere? And I had. And I felt really bad. I was like, oh no, I was going to use that. I think I talked about it on stream, like wondering. Like, I always want to pay people when they send me anything I'm going to use like that. That's not wiring anymore, so this has to come out. Didn't you offer to pay them? But yeah, I think I said I'd pay them, and then they didn't name a price, and then I was wondering why I should pay them. Should have just asked them, really. My fault. I'll fix it. I was foolish, but I'll sort it. I don't remember this. Was it showing a boring stream? Yeah, it was one of my streams. No, it was showing a really exciting stream where I was doing something incredible. You know what? I've had enough of this heat bollocks. I am on the verge of breaking my I'll just get through this summer, then I'll buy an AC unit instead of spending double on an AC unit. I'm on the verge of just being like, fuck it. I'll pay anything. Just get it here now. They're going to be sold out now. Well, all the ones you can get online are like double the usual price. And, you know, I understand why. It's fair enough. Air conditioning people taking the opportunity to get paid. That's not going to be connected. I was evacuated from my home in North Wales because of a wildfire. Holy shit. Really? I was having a baby tantrum the other night. Honestly, I remember from my childhood, right? It was summer and it was warm, and you might have one day or maybe 1 or 2 days where it's like, oh, it's a scorcher today, isn't it? Now it's like, it goes like that, and then it just stays like that for like a fucking week. And then it goes cool for a few days, and then it starts up again. It's bullshit. Wildfires burn across the UK. I didn't see this. Holy shit. Near Conwy Mountain. I was near there not too long ago. No, I went to Conwy Castle with my sister and Ashley. Wild. Did you leave any portable barbecues? Yeah. Well, I just fucked up for one. I just rebuilt the broken one. That doesn't matter. It was that, some fireworks, you know, the usual. No, yes, splitter. God, my brain is too cooked to play this fucking game today. I'm making every single possible mistake. No, it's not. It's not a splitter. It's a merger. Oh my god. I think... Is my brain broken? You know what? It's end of a long project. Heat wave. There are reasons for this. I've got reasons for the way I am. Please don't section me or something. Oh, finally. Automated wirings. Very good. Why not Elden Walk? I felt like I couldn't fight the bosses in Elden Walk. I got scared. I want to pick back up with that though. This is wrong. I've put this in incorrectly. There we go. There's a lot to remember in this. Look at that. That's wrong. Oh my god. Starting to become worried about my brain. Have you ever played? I played the first XCOM. I say that, but wasn't it based on an old game called XCOM? I've played the first Firaxis XCOM game, unless they also made the original. I'm gonna have to fucking change this again. I don't believe it, but I am. The 2012 one. Yeah, I played a bunch of that. Eventually, I will fucking sort this out. This one has to go all the way up to the ceiling. Like that. What is that poking through the ceiling? Oh, it isn't. Oh, that's brilliant. Thank God for that. XCOM 2 is so fun. I remember really liking That first one I played, and then I never picked back up with it. Look at that. That's technical clipping right there. I didn't account for that. Name your soldiers after chat so they get infected. I mean, are you someone who lets your soldiers die in those games, or are you a reloader? I remember quite a fair amount of saves coming when I was playing it. I got too attached. It was just like the shoes when I was younger. I couldn't let go. Also, I just feel like I'm sure everyone feels like this when they play those games, but my luck is fucked in those games. I need the roll to be like, if it's like 96% or higher, I've got a 50% chance of hitting it. Anything below that, I miss every time. There we go, that's smart plating. And then we'll do the versatile frameworks. Almost there. The start of this is the hardest bit to set up. After that, all I have to do is extend it. Versatile frameworks. Very good. You don't remember all the 95% you hit? Yeah, I don't, because they don't fucking exist. That's why. I remember getting fucked over, that's what I remember. I remember, wow, it'd be 1,000,000 to one shot. There's only one of them. And I've got 4 guys, and they've all got a 100% chance to hit. There's no way they're gonna miss. See, these are all slightly off now. Not be having that. Oh, it's gorgeous. Okay. What else would I need here? It's interesting that this doesn't have fuel. Oh, there we are. Would you? There. Nope. I've fucked it. I've fucked it all. This motherfucker. Just... Oh. I'm gonna cry. There's something about it that just, hey, it's like you click and instead of doing what you expect, it just puts it somewhere else. Honestly. connect it like that first, really, shouldn't we? Oop. There we go. Is that working? Yes. Yes. Very good. Nightmare. So I think I have all of this on. I've got SAM fluctuators, but what are they actually used in even? They must be used in something. SAM fluctuators. Let's see. Alien power matrices. Power. You use them to construct converters, and then in portals, but nothing actually other than alien power matrices. And no other actual items. And I'm not interested in making alien power matrices. So that. There's trigons. Actually, we need trigons. Yeah, okay. Because they're used in some of the encoder stuff, aren't they? Very good. So that's going to go down there. Where do we want this to go? Could put trigons like on the bottom over here. How the hell am I going to do any of that, though? With all of this copper in the way. Well, I know. How about by not doing it like that and just feeding it across to the... Like, there's no reason we can't just use this. Yes. I'm happy with that. Let trigons be trigons. Terrible. So... yeah. I would prefer to do this. This, which is... oh, it's too bad. People won't let me get away with that. Will they? The booing. But you know what we'll have to do here? I'm sick of that. We will have to move a substantial amount of this copper belt in order to get around that. And we'll have to move it to the left. I won't move all of it. Oh, I'm nervous. Nervous about the video release. What if people don't like it? What if people tell me I'm a shit? Well, that's not going to be right. Like how this is going to go randomly faster for like a bit of it now. Whatever. This is the guts. You shouldn't worry about clipping in the guts, you know. You're never down here, that's the point of it. This just exists to like route things around. Does Matt Goodwin have a community that's liable to hound you? Nah. I don't think so. Hey, my trigons are here. He's got, like, Twitter defenders and things like that. But not like anyone who... I'm not that worried, really. Trigons. We're laughing. The electricity arcing new. It's connecting to my jetpack, and I wish that they would not do that, or I wish they would not have it have such a violent effect and sound, which is why I have the whole jetpack muted, because otherwise, anytime if you fly along, it connects to a new power pole and it does a big chun sound like every time. So if you fly down like a line of these, it's going chin, 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 chin as it connects to all of them in turn. It's really annoying. Guess we do in trigons now. Very good. Oh, you're all good with the memes. Alright. We're looking good. Our airport is working. We just need to actually build some machines to use some of this crap now, don't we? One other bit I do need on here, I think, is we need... A lot of stuff uses plastic and rubber. It just still uses basic plastic and rubber at this point, and we don't have that. And I feel embarrassed about the lack of plastic and rubber. But the thing is the drone throughput even going to be enough? I guess they do stack to 200, don't they? Your thoughts on Count Bindface? I hope that he defeats Nigel Farage, I will say. That would be nice. You can mute individual sounds. Yeah, it's nice. Although I think there's a minor error with it, because occasionally there's a weird popping sound. But still, you know, aside from that. This awful, awful aluminum thing fed outside. It's just dreadful. We might have to fix that sometime. For now, though, I'll leave it. Oh, look at the airport. It's working. Let's get rid of all this again. Have a big clear out. I still don't think I'm making enough crystal oscillators anywhere, so... If we wanted to set up a drone port, because I remember one of these things needs rubber, right? Let's have a little peek. What is it I was making? Turbo motors need rubber. Radio control units need probably more aluminum casings than I have at the moment. Still don't have high-speed connectors. I might be able to get away without them, though. Let's see. Modular engines need rubber, and they go into these things. Yeah. Singularity cells need concrete. Although we only need to make 200 of these, so we don't have to worry about long term, you know. Just set up a thing to make those. Nuclear pastas. Speaking of, actually, there's one thing we could feed on. Copper powder. We have copper coming up here. See, this down here is a copper plant feeding 2 lines of copper up here. I think what we'll do is we'll pull some... We'll just do this right here as well. Because I don't need to be doing this. This doesn't need to be a whole setup by itself, I don't think. Like where I'm shipping copper powder in. Or should it be? What does copper powder stack to? I don't have a clue. Probably 500, isn't it? Do I have any of it? It's 500. It's making it somewhere. Where's it coming from? Alright, let's make a copper powder plant. And then you put that on the network. Where have we got copper that's close to here? I mean, that's all. Wait, then again, you know what? You get through it, don't you? Okay, directly south of us, there's 3 copper patches. Let's go do it. I'm not going to ignore your joke, Ink Fisher. I refuse to ignore it. I'm too much of a grouch to enjoy bin face, really, I think. Like, I kind of wish that wasn't what was going on. You know, I wish there was someone who wasn't a shithead. Running. This does not require a lot of power, really, does it? Can we just throw down one of these? Very uneven surfaces. How about a fuel power generator? Oh my god. How awkward. Alright, a biomass burner. 40. These make 30, so we'll overclock them. There we go, that'll do. I don't need this stuff, but I like cleaning up. I don't like leaving it lying around. Animal might trip over it. Oh, we can't scan. No rewards available. Let's see that. No one we're doing. Not on the network here. Right. Here we are. This nearest power is like up there, I think. Oh no, hang on. That'll do. West of us. Is a factory, which we can utilize. What's this? I think this is SAM fluctuators, this. I built this one off stream, I believe. Is that what this is? Yeah. It's running it. I'm not making enough steel pipes for some reason. Wonder what we're low on. Concrete. Oh yeah, look at that. I'm low on... Unless I overclocked one of these. I didn't. Maybe I intended to. Oh well, whatever. It doesn't matter. We are saving enough. We have 2,700 SAM fluctuators in there. Alright. Let's ignore that then. We missed some of this playthrough. Yeah. I occasionally build things off stream. I'm allowed to. Do you want me to delete the factory and rebuild it for you? Oh, look at that. Why are these red? Why am I just bug fixing this factory? I didn't select copper. Hang on, is this copper? What are these? They're iron. Well, no wonder it's not running properly. I forgot to tell some of it to smelt. Oh, I am silly, aren't I? Wah! Hello, Ashley. How you doing? Ashley suddenly appeared. Oh, hang on. You can tell what's happening in this game. I think everyone right now has a pretty good mental map of my entire factory and how it all fits together. Yeah. If you don't, then you're a fake fan. I mean, that implies any of you are real fans, which is just bullshit. Was she whispering this time? No. Oh, I don't know. She could have been, actually. Alright. So. 600. 600. It's probably another 600. Now that's too much for a full belt, obviously. 2 of these go down 1 belt. Oop. Now then. Oh, that's no good. Look at that. Can you believe that? Alright, let's try for a third time. Nailed it. Alright, so. We can look at my smelter, what I have. See, that's handy, isn't it? So when I was doing this on the other factory over there, I must have missed a few of these as I was going around. Really, if I wasn't so lazy, what I'd do is boot this up in the planner. And then just make a copper one and an iron one. Quick wire one. I guess if copper powder, you use it like crazy, but I guess if it stacks to 500, that's like, as long as we're just making it quickly. As well as my video last night, me and Ashley watched the Grand Budapest Hotel, which we've watched before, but that's a favourite of ours. Very good movie. figure out what to do with the third smelter in a minute. I've become concerned about one thing. So I don't think... Yeah, look at that. I didn't hook all of the different things up to each other. Need to run some wires through. There we go. Should be all greens now. Nearly. We're yellow here for some reason. Look at that. I've missed a fucking belt. I missed a belt. There's a missing belt in my blueprint. And this one. Got to select. Fuck. Hang on, and now I know that I copied... Yeah. I copied the bottom half to just paste onto the top to make the top half. So there was 2 missing belts. Oh, that's killer. Oh, that makes me mad. Okay, other than that, it's working though. I'm extremely curious as to why so little of it's actually come through though. It's 52. I haven't tried this out before, I will say, so I've clearly fucked up somewhere, haven't I? It's all stopped. Why is it stopped? It doesn't get to here. Look at that. Stuff in here. Next to... Ah, look! I've missed another belt. This bit. Oh my god, there's a lot of problems with this. Well, there we go. That's more like it. So, well, you know, it's hard to make this when you don't have nothing's moving through it. You know, it's hard to tell if it's working or not when it's just a blueprint. But now we know that I've missed I've missed 2 instances of the Mark 1 feed belts. I've missed 2 outputs on the output belts, and I forgot to connect the wires through the floors. But other than that, solid build. Look at it, it's beautiful. Alright, so that is, or will be, eventually, 1200 copper a minute. Extremely curious about why this is frozen. Yeah, it shouldn't be, should it? Frozen, 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 frozen. There we are. God, I missed all sorts. That's that one side of it was missing. Moving everywhere here. There we are. That looks more. It should be running completely unhaltingly now, like that. Very good. So, if we have 1200, we actually have 1800, but let's ignore that for now. Then that's 4 of these machines making 200 a minute. Which is alright, isn't it? Now, what we'll do is we'll pop a smelter 600 next to this, and then we'll have to fix this because there'll be tons of issues with this as well. Is it supposed to be smoking? Yeah! You know, we're polluting the environment. It's okay though, it's allowed. Okay, so remember, first we hook it up. And we remember to connect these parts of the outputs that we missed. We remember to connect the floor that we missed. And here's the other bit. Terrible. It's because I made one floor with like a couple of flaws in it, and then I just copy pasted that like a bunch of times, which just repeats the error over and over, doesn't it? Okay, so copper. Let's see, funnily enough, copper powder is actually quite a good transport thing here. All these should be green. They all are, indeed, they're green. This, I'm just going to trash it all so that we can double check that all of these are green. Missed this on the bottom level. Yep, mistaken every single floor. Fixed. The floors flow between floors. Okay, so quick maths then. I'm not actually doing it in my head because I can't. No, I'm not. I refuse. Too hot. 1800 divided by 300. 6 times 50. 300. So we'll have 300 copper powder a minute from this. Now, funnily enough, even though there's only 6 of these machines, I'm not going to be able to feed them all down the same line, because this is going to have to do 4 and this one's going to have to do 2. Which is funny, eh? can do maths in the search pod. I'm aware of that. However, I don't do that because I'm embarrassed about some of the things that I end up just doing in the calculator. Because I don't want you to see me all doing 18 divided by 3 and things like that, you know. I get embarrassed. Copper powder. Copy. Paste, 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 paste. There we are. Lovely. Let's put in a lift hole there. And run this one underneath. That's wrong. Put something like that. There we go. Well, that's not happening, is it? I have that's can't be right. What have I hooked up? Okay. I clearly fucked this. How did I do that? Oh, I'm a fool. I know what I've done. Accidentally. So give me a merger. I am very silly. I just didn't merge these together. Alright. That's killer. That last little thing they do where you get it lined up perfect and then you click and in the course of clicking it jumps up or down one. True hell. Very good. Are there any maths nerds in chat who know a lot about mathematics? Sound out if you do. Well, I was torn. I had two ends. That was a setup, and I couldn't decide if I was gonna say what's 18 divided by 3 again. That was one of the two punchlines. The other one was just mocking you for being maths nerds, but that's just mean. I was just gonna be like childishly cruel, like a kid in school. But no, I'm not gonna do either of those things. Okay. Drone port. What did we decide this was? This is 300 copper powder a minute, right? Terrible typing. Let me build the drone. Nice. When are England next playing in the World Cup? And who are they playing? Yeah. Drone is filling with copper powder. Wednesday, Argentina. How are they going to beat Argentina when it's illegal to score goals against Argentina? That's an odd rule, isn't it, that they've got in football? Like a weird carve out. You're allowed to score, they just get to play until they equalize. Ah, I see. Oh, look at that. We can't be having that, can we? It'll stand just fine on 3 legs, I'm sure. See, it's not coming home, unfortunately. I think this should be 300 a minute. But it looks fairly like it's going to go below and above a bunch. Or it decides. Yeah, it's around that, isn't it? Okay, brilliant. Now, if I was clever, I would have set up the drone port on the other end to be the copper powder drop. Which I didn't do. So then I could have just rode the drone back home. No such luck for us. Let's get climbing. You think it could... See, no, what's going to happen is, right, England are going to lose to Argentina, and they're going to do it quite badly. So that there's not even going to be the satisfaction of saying that it was rigged for Argentina. Right? Because what would be fun, what I would most like, is for England to lose, but for it to be quite obviously fixed in Argentina's favour. Right? Like the Egypt match. Where, like, maybe England score a goal and it's disallowed, and then Argentina score a goal and it's even, like, more contentious, but they let it stand. You know, things like that. I would like that the most, because that's fun, and then I get to talk about corruption and things, you know? I don't actually care about football. And also England lose. So it'd be great. I'd get everything I want. But since I'm not allowed to get everything I want, I think England will lose like 4-0, and there won't even be any sort of refereeing bullshit in Argentina's favour. Look at that lovely little copper powder plant we built down there. Isn't that pleasing? I'm embarrassed about my terrible blueprint with all those mistakes in them. I guess it could also be quite fun if England win it, but the game is also quite heavily fixed against them, you know? Like, if it was refereed fairly, they would have won by 2 more goals than they end up winning. Like, I mean, that'd be fun as well, I suppose. Where did you put the space elevator? Over there. Yes. Although I want to move it, just temporarily, really. I built that to avoid stealing from these copper lines, which are doing other things, and will need to do even more when I put in more aluminum casings and so on. We're home. Alright, before I forget. Let's fix it. So there's going to be one of them missing. On every floor. Very good. And then it's a break in the output line on both sides. And then we just need to re-hook up the power. It's weird, that's a break in the output line. Twice on the top and then once in either of the middles. And this one. Like that. Beautiful. Save. Confirm. Cleo Blueprint Designer. Yeah, that's right. I fixed it. So the fourth one along here. 3, 4. You. No, your trigons. Alright. Why can't I count? Shouldn't you have wall suit? I like being able to see the guts, though. Ah, it's the fifth one along. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Isn't it cool to be able to see the pipes and the elevators and things? Copper. Powder. Drop. Yes, the smaller version also needs fixing, but you know, I feel like we're more often going to be using this one. Yeah. Because this just does a whole belt, you know. Takes one belt in, spits one belt out. There it goes there. All these nuts. I feel bad that they don't have much to do right now. They're just hovering around. So we're not actually using any of this crap. But we will be soon. Ooh, this is gonna have to go across the other side also, isn't it? Hope there's enough space. Hello, Ashley. How are you doing?
I'm good.
Why are you smiling so much?
I am. I'm going to take a shower.
Ah, I see.
Not happy.
You look you're beamingly happy about the shower.
I'm not. I'm just not used to having your door open when you stream, so I feel sheepish.
Oh, I see. Nobody listened to Ashley showering. You're not allowed. Hey, look, our copper powder. I have to have the... If I have the door shut and I'm streaming in here, I start to feel faint. Like I can't do it. Because it's just, it gets too hot. I usually have the door shut for privacy and audio reasons. But, oh, look at that. You know, you're right in the middle and all. That's no good, is it? I guess we could work around it. Like that. Yeah, you can just work around it. That's fine. There's our copper powder. Done. Heat exhaustion is a real thing. Yeah. Like, it's not so bad in here, like, if I'm just sitting there, but remember, if I shut the door and then I'm running a gaming computer, it heats up. It's like hot. It's like heat on heat. And I begin to dry out and die. I feel like the start of the bus here, this is going pretty well, isn't it? We have all of our complicated parts here. Look at our supercomputers. Look at them clipping into the bottom of that merger. Isn't that fucking great? It's brilliant. Triguns, copper powder. And then we have space for 5 more things to run down here. I can always make more space, though. We have, like, a lot of room underground if we need it. Then, I don't think I'm going to need 2 airports, actually. Like, I might be happy with this one. There's definitely enough here, isn't there? It's just this whole bit is just very complex. You know, around here, exactly, getting everything in. That's quite cool, eh? Isn't it looking nice? I can get, like, a few more things down here, at least. I want to eventually get to the bit where we're making stuff out of all of this crap instead of just building the transport system for it. That would be nice. Just trying to work out if I need space for another airport or not, or if we can use this as construction space. I guess there's no reason not to just run it down here, right? And then this is over the water as well if we need water. Then, the things we want most of all. Radio control units, turbo motors. So that means building a plastic and rubber plant and putting both of those on the network. I probably still need to set up another crystal oscillator plant somewhere. Although they've been okay. They've been alright so far. It's just it has to be automated. And then I think that's it. Actually, once we've got radio control units, we've got fused modular frames, we can start making the pressure cubes. Because this is just chugging away, making us 1.5 a minute. Very politely here. Filling them up. We can build here a little plant, and we can build a little plant here. I just feel like we're going to need dedicated. We do have this bauxite here and here. Oh, there's some there too. It's a bunch of bauxite nodes. And we have the coal. So that'll have to go into more aluminum casings. Although, I don't know how many we've got. I might just run these onto the bus. And just see how long they last. Looks like we have a lot, but they've... How many do we have, actually? If I don't overclock, we got 1, 1, 2. And the only thing that they're feeding right now is this. Which is using 75 a minute. Okay, so we have about 35 of them a minute. To spare, radio control units, just one of these uses 40. which is a little bit more. I could just do a little. Ooh, look at that. Oh, I overclocked it a little. Now the thing is, I don't have the draw to do this. Like, this is using more aluminum ingots than we have. However, not all of these are running at the same time, because we are not drawing alclad aluminum sheets or heat sinks quickly enough to empty these boxes, which means these machines lock up and the inputs back up. So we can afford to overclock this one. Yeah, okay. I'm happy with that. And then eventually we'll build something that draws sheets and heat sinks, and those boxes will empty, and then the machines will all starve. They won't have enough inputs, but, you know, we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. For now, though, I'm going to head off because Ashley is about to get out of the shower in a little while, and I very much want to get into the shower once Ashley has been in. Not because Ashley's been in the shower. I just need a shower. It's got nothing to do with the fact that Ashley has used the shower. Oh, right. Thank you very much, folks. There will be an upload of the Patreon video later tonight. Yes. I just need to put those bits in and check them through and then re-export it. So, call it. I'm not a shower residue guy. But yeah, later on. I'm going to raid someone. Who should I raid? Let me look at who's online. Let's raid Fion, why not? There we go. Okay, I will see you all possibly on Wednesday, also possibly tomorrow, because there's a chance I might be fretting about the video and wanting to talk about it. I will see you then, folks. Bye.